Peace, what's up crew? I figured since I had a little bit of time today, I'd talk about the Motorola One, also known as the P30 Play. It's 5.9 inches, 720 by 1520 pixels. It has a headphone jack, has Dolby audio, surround sound with a 13 megapixel camera. Also has 4 gigabytes of RAM and a 625 Snapdragon processor. It has a 3000 milliamp hour battery. And if you just came from Lag City, welcome to Lightning Land. This thing is super fast and performs really quick, and definitely I was impressed with the speeds that I was getting from it. So it's also known as the P30 Play in China. It was released in 2018 in August. Actually announced in August and was available in October in 2018. Also, this thing does have 79.2% screen to body ratio. It has 287 pixels per inch density, 19 by 9 ratio. It has 9.0 pi. It's also running Android One, the ZUI 4 China version. So it has a 2.0 gigahertz A53 Cortex Adreno 506. Also, this thing does record in 4K. It does perform really well. Any game you throw at it, it's going to be able to handle perfectly fine. Let me see, it does also, have some really good screen quality, and you could see outdoors perfectly fine. Also does have dual bands for connecting to the Wi-Fi. So I did find that was pretty cool. And also it does have reversible 2.0 Type-C charging, which is definitely pretty cool. I was able to watch Netflix, and I did notice that the Dolby audio made the sound get really loud when I was watching Netflix. Yes, I am catching up to Stranger Things. Definitely, gotta stay in the loop and everything like that. But you can see like this thing was only $180, whether you got it from AliExpress or Amazon right now. It does have 15-watt fast charging battery, which is definitely pretty cool for whatever you want to charge on the go. You can actually activate a gesture feature, so you can actually navigate a lot quicker, and sort of like the iPhone when you're navigating through the UI. So this thing was definitely pretty snappy, whether you're using it one hand or with two. Now there was some sort of malfunction right here. It said it's up to date, but I checked on the Android bulletin, and I noticed that I was behind in updates, but had ambient display, which actually increased and decreased the brightness depending on what environment you were in. Now, when it came to gaming, this is one of the highlights of this device. Now, I didn't notice any stutters whatsoever when it came to the 625 Snapdragon processor clocked in at 2.0 gigahertz, which is definitely some pretty good speeds. And you can see right here, you weren't going to really experience any chop frames when you were in games, and it was definitely pretty smooth, just to say the least. And right here, aiming and moving around on the screen felt really comfortable. And the screen didn't feel like all slippery or grippy, too grippy. It was like just perfect, so my finger wasn't like getting scathed when I was using it. It definitely felt really comfortable, and the graphics definitely performed pretty good. So honestly, just to say the least, when it came to gaming on the Motorola One, for the Motorola, definitely gotta say this new game that I was playing kind of reminded me of like Fortnite mixed with like PUBG at the same time. It was definitely pretty cool. And I'm gonna definitely be playing this game a whole lot more. But right here I did notice that you could actually swipe right down on the bottom where that bar is, and you can actually get to your apps a whole lot quicker. So it just made navigation and multitasking a cinch whenever I was actually using it. And one thing I did notice was that piano white on the back was just second to none when it came to, like, design and the build quality. I gotta say that this thing definitely felt like really premium in the hand. Now it wasn't like made of like the finest metals you could find in the world on the outside. I think it's just aluminum frame or whatever, but that thing was definitely built, pretty solid. And I was impressed whenever I had this thing in my hand. It definitely felt pretty precious, though. That's the only thing. And the camera does actually stick out in the back, so like when you're putting it down on a table, that it's gonna be like uneven or something. But like just throwing a case on there actually gives you that ease of mind. And you can see right here, the cameras did record in 4K 3060, 1080, 60, and 30. And then you can see right here, just low light. This camera was gonna do some justice in the photos. I put it on HDR, I had it on portrait, took it off of HDR. You can see all three, all three of those scenarios were definitely pretty cool. And then when it came to food and stuff like that, and just taking pictures of objects or like food or anything like that, I made that picture actually my wallpaper, and it's definitely pretty cool. But social media was just when you were browsing through it, it was like really smooth. And so same thing with the gameplay on like PUBG and everything like that. So honestly, and just to say the least, like if you were to pick this device up and you just came from like lag city, meaning like your phone was like super like snail slow and like really slow and everything like that, you would definitely be like in lightning land, and like from lag city. So honestly, I gotta say this would definitely be like an upgrade if you were like coming from like the Stylo 4. And because a lot of people say that phone lags a lot, but my Stylo is still holding up pretty good. But this phone will definitely, you'll notice the difference from the 450 Snapdragon on the Stylo 4 to the 625. And then you did get like these gestures that when you chopped, you can get to the flashlight, and when you twist, you get to the camera. So it was definitely pretty cool. And whenever I took my SIM card out of this phone and put it in another phone, I was just like missing that feature. Shout out to Simply Your Device. I know he had the Moto phone, and he had noted that as well. Now, one of the other things that was also pretty cool was the audio from this device. I mean, you could just customize that to your personal preference, and then like everything was just built right in on the navigation bar. And you can definitely see I had that dark theme, which would definitely save a lot of battery. So honestly, it was like the total package here. Like they gave you a ton of customizations, but also stock Android, and there wasn't any bloat on here. But the only thing is that problem with the updates, I'm stuck at like December 2018. But hopefully I get an update pretty soon. And then you can see right here that always on display is definitely pretty cool, that piano white color. And this thing just is really nice to look at and really premium. But I hope you guys found this video helpful in any way possible. It's your boy Serrano. Make sure you stay tuned for more videos just like this. And hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, evening, and depending where you are, later crew, have a great night. Peace. But in the meantime, you guys are the real MVPs. Make sure you check out the full catalog of videos that I made just for you, and check out more videos just like this. It's your boy Serrano, and you guys are the real MVPs. And I'll check you guys later, but you guys mean the world. And later crew. Peace.